Namaste and Siddhi Pranam. Welcome to your today's topic, which is inclusion and exclusion of certain foods during pregnancy. Let's look into the importance of healthy diet during pregnancy. So maintaining a healthy diet is very crucial for overall well-being of all human beings, but it becomes even more vital during pregnancy. So a pregnant woman's nutrition needs increases to support the growth and development of the baby. And a well-balanced, nutritious diet is not only beneficial for mother, but also promotes optimal growth and development for the baby. So a healthy diet during pregnancy really ensures an adequate supply of essential nutrients that are required for the mother and the developing baby. And these nutrients mainly include protein, carbohydrates, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals. So protein aids in formation of cells and tissue, while carbohydrates provide energy, and healthy fats are crucial for brain development, and vitamins and minerals plays a vital role in various bodily functions. So let's look into the benefits of these key nutrients. So first is fetal development. So the nutrients obtained through a healthy diet are so essential for the proper development of the fetus. Folic acid, for example, really helps in the early development of the neural tube, which later forms as baby's brain and spinal cord. And on the other hand, calcium and vitamin D are necessary for the development of strong bones and teeth. Iron is crucial for production of red blood cells and preventing anemia in both mother and the baby. Next benefit is maternal health. So maintaining a healthy diet during pregnancy also benefits mother's health, and adequate nutrition supports the increased demands of the mother's body during pregnancy. It helps regulating the hormones, prevents excessive weight gain, and reduce the risk of pregnancy-related complications like gestational diabetes, preeclampsia, etc. And a healthy diet can also contribute to improved mood and overall well-being of the mother. Next benefit is managing the weight gain. So pregnancy often leads to quite a lot of weight gain, and which is natural and necessary aspect of the process. However, excessive weight gain can increase the risk of complications during pregnancy and delivery. So a healthy diet consisting of nutrient-dense foods helps the mother to manage the weight gain within the recommended range, and it promotes a healthy weight management and reduces the likelihood of developing conditions like gestational diabetes or hypertension, which can have further complications. Now, it also helps in preventing any birth defects. So consuming a well-balanced diet rich in essential nutrients can significantly reduce the risk of birth defects and abnormalities. So nutrients like folic acid, iodine, vitamin D are particularly crucial for early pregnancy to support proper fetal development, and they include foods like leafy greens, citrus fruit, dairy products, lean proteins. All of that can really help in neural tube defects and preventing situations like cleft plate in the baby and other congenital disabilities. And healthy diet also boosts immune system. So a healthy diet during pregnancy really helps strengthen the mother's immune system, protecting her from illnesses and infections that could harm the developing baby. And it includes the foods like vitamin C, antioxidants, and probiotics. All of this enhances immune function and reduces the risk of common illnesses like colds and flu. And the significance of healthy diet during pregnancy cannot be overstated. So a well-balanced and nutritious diet provides essential nutrients for the mother and the developing baby, supporting the optimal growth and development for both. And it promotes the maternal health, also manages the weight, reduces the risk of complication, and helps prevent birth defect for the baby. And by making informed choices and consulting healthcare professional whenever required, the pregnant woman can ensure that she's providing the best nutrition for herself as well as for the growing baby. So now let's look into the foods to include for essential nutrients. So proper nutrition is very crucial during pregnancy to support the health of both the mother and the baby. And when it comes to pregnancy, the nutritional needs increases, and it also requires an adequate intake of essential nutrients. So the key nutrients that play a vital role during this time and their importance for promoting healthy pregnancy are, first of all, is folic acid. So folic acid is also known as folate, and it's most important nutrient during pregnancy, and it's essential for formation of neural tube, which develops in the baby's brain and spinal cord. An adequate folic acid intake significantly reduces the risk of neural tube defects like spina bifida, and good sources of folic acid includes leafy green vegetables, citrus fruits, legumes, fortified cereals, and supplements that are recommended by the doctor. The next essential nutrient is iron, and it's super crucial for production of red blood cells and carrying the oxygen to the baby and preventing anemia in the mother. And during pregnancy, the blood volume also increases in the mother, and making iron intake particularly important at this point in time. So iron-rich foods includes lean red meat, poultry, fish, fortified cereals, beans, lentils, and spinach. And vitamin C foods such as citrus fruits and tomatoes can enhance the iron absorption. Now, calcium is another essential key nutrient, and it's essential for the development of baby's bone and teeth. And if the mother's calcium intake is inadequate, the body will draw calcium from her bones and potentially leading to osteoporosis later in life. So good sources of calcium includes dairy products like milk, cheese, yogurt, as well as fortified plant-based milk alternatives, and leafy greens and tofu. Now, vitamin D. So vitamin D works in tandem with calcium to support bone development and strengthen the immune system. And it helps the body to absorb calcium efficiently. So sun exposure triggers the production of vitamin D in the skin, but dietary sources also contributes. So good food sources for vitamin D is fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, and fortified dairy products and fortified cereals. And vitamin D supplements may be recommended if sunlight exposure is limited in the place where the person lives. Now, omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, are essential for the development of the baby's brain and eye, and they also support the mother's brain health and help regulate mood. Fatty fish like salmon, trout, and sardines are excellent sources of omega-3 fatty acids. For vegetarian sources, it includes in chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts. And pregnant mother should aim for 2 of 3 servings of fish per week, while avoiding high mercury fish is the key. Now, iodine is also very crucial for the production of thyroid hormones, which are essential for baby's brain development and metabolism. And inadequate iodine during pregnancy can lead to intellectual disabilities and growth abnormalities. And good sources of iodine includes iodized salt, seafood, seaweed, and dairy products. Now, vitamin C is also key nutrient, and it plays a vital role in collagen formation, which supports the development of baby's skin, bones, and connective tissue. And it also enhances iron absorption and strengthens the immune system. So fruits like strawberries, kiwis, tomatoes, bell peppers, and broccoli are excellent sources of vitamin C. Now, vitamin B6. So vitamin B6 helps from red blood cells and metabolize proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. So So it also plays a role in development of baby's brain and nervous system. So good sources of vitamin B6 are poultry, fish, bananas, potatoes, chickpea, and fortified cereals. So during pregnancy, ensuring an adequate intake of essential nutrients is very, very crucial for optimal development of the baby and overall health of the mother. So let's look at the essential foods to include in a healthy pregnancy. We have had a good long chapter on this, but we will still just go through it very quickly in a nutshell. So a well-rounded and nutritious diet is really vital for maintaining a healthy pregnancy. So including nutrient-dense foods and foods that have essential vitamins, minerals, and macronutrients, all are important and vital for the optimal growth and development of the mother and the baby. So the key food that should be included in the diet includes, first of all, leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and broccoli that are rich in essential nutrients like iron, calcium, folate, and vitamin C, and they provide good source of fiber which aids in digestion and prevents constipation. Leafy greens also contain antioxidants that support overall health and boost the immune system. Next addition is colorful fruits. So including a variety of colorful fruits ensures a diverse range of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. So citrus fruits like oranges, grapefruits, and lemon are rich in vitamin C. Now, berries such as strawberries, blueberries, raspberries all provide essential nutrients and antioxidants. So apple, pears, banana offers fiber and natural sweetness also, and these fruits can be enjoyed fresh as smoothies or added to yogurt or oatmeal. Whole grain is another key segment. So whole grains like whole wheat, quinoa, brown rice, oats, barley are excellent sources of complex carbohydrates, fiber, and essential nutrients, and they provide sustained energy, help regulate the blood sugar levels, and promote healthy digestion. Whole grains are also rich in vitamins, specifically B vitamin and magnesium and iron. Now, lean protein. So including lean proteins also sources is so very crucial for the growth and development of the baby once again. So good options of protein includes lean meats like chicken, turkey, and lean cuts of beef or pork, and fish such as salmon, trout, and sardines provides omega-3 fatty acid, etc. Now, plant-based protein sources are beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, and are also beneficial for vegetarians or those who prefer plant-based options. Now, dairy products are excellent sources of calcium, protein, and vitamin D, which are essential for bone development in the baby. And opting for low-fat or non-fat options like milk, yogurt, and cheese, if there is an lactose intolerant, or if someone is following vegan diet, then they can choose fortified plant-based milk alternatives like soy milk or almond milk. And then comes to healthy fat. So healthy fats, incorporating healthy fat is also very important for the baby's brain development as well as nervous system development. And healthy fat sources includes avocados and nuts like walnuts, almonds, etc., and seeds like chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seed, etc., and extra virgin olive oil. So omega-3 fatty acids are also found in fatty fish like salmon, and that can support the brain health of the baby and reduce the risk of preterm delivery. Legumes are including legumes like beans, lentils, chickpea, and peas are also rich in plant-based protein, fiber, iron, folate, and other essential nutrients. And they offer versatile and affordable option for incorporating protein and nutrients into our meals. And legume can be included into soups, stews, salad, or as a side dish. Now, Next important key nutrient is water and hydration. So staying hydrated is crucial during pregnancy as water helps maintain amniotic fluid levels as well as supports the digestion, prevents the constipation and aids in nutrient absorption. So one should aim to drink at least 8 to 10 cups of water per day, and if physically active or in hot water, then they should increase accordingly. Now, herbal teas and 100% fruit juices can also contribute to hydration, but one should avoid excessive caffeine intake. So maintaining a healthy diet during pregnancy is super essential for the well-being of both the mom and the baby, and including the nutrient-dense foods like leafy greens, colorful fruits, whole grains, lean protein, dairy products, healthy fats, and legumes are a great idea to provide the holistic nutrient-dense food for the mother. Now, let's look at the foods to limit or avoid during pregnancy. So while healthy and well-balanced diet is super crucial during pregnancy, it's equally important to be aware of the foods that may pose risk to the health of both the mother and the developing baby. And we are going to overview the foods that should be limited or avoided during pregnancy, or we have to minimize as much as possible, that will help to minimize the potential complication and ensure safe and healthy pregnancy. So number one is raw and uncooked meat. So raw and uncooked meat, including beef, poultry, and seafood, should be avoided during pregnancy. They can be contaminated with bacteria like Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria, which may cause foodborne illnesses. And to ensure all meats are cooked thoroughly and to kill any potential pathogen is very, very necessary. Next is raw or uncooked eggs. So raw or uncooked eggs may contain Salmonella bacteria, which can lead to food poisoning, and we need to avoid dishes like homemade Caesar dressings or mayonnaise or hollandaise sauce and raw cooking dough that contains raw egg, etc. So we need to opt for pasteurized eggs or fully cooked eggs in our meals to avoid any kind of infection coming from the raw uncooked eggs. Now is unpasteurized dairy products. So unpasteurized dairy products should be avoided as they can carry harmful bacteria like Listeria, which can cause serious infections. So choosing pasteurized milk options, cheese, and yogurt will minimize the risk of foodborne illnesses. Another food to avoid is raw or uncooked seafood and fishes. So raw or uncooked seafood, including sushi and sashimi and oysters, should be avoided due to the risk of bacterial and parasitics contamination. Certain fish like shark, swordfish, king mackerel, and tilefish should also be avoided due to their high mercury content. So one needs to choose cooked seafood or fish low in mercury, such as salmon, trout, shrimp, or catfish. Then caffeine. So excessive caffeine intake should be avoided during pregnancy, and high level of caffeine should have been associated with an increased risk of miscarriage and can interfere with baby's sleep pattern. So one needs to limit their caffeine intake by consuming no more than 200 milligrams per day, which roughly is equivalent to 1 cup of coffee. And then is alcohol. So alcohol should be strictly avoided during pregnancy as it can cause serious birth defects and developmental issues. And there is no known safe level of alcohol consumption during pregnancy, so it's best to abstain completely. Then is high sugar or high fat foods. So we need to minimize the intake of high sugar or high fat foods such as sweets, sugary beverages, and fried snacks, as they provide little nutritional value and contribute to excessive weight gain. Then is unwashed fruits and vegetables. So we need to thoroughly wash all our fruits and vegetables to remove any potential traces of soil, bacteria, or pesticide. And then high mercury fish. So certain fish with high mercury levels should be limited during pregnancy, as mercury can harm the developing nervous system of the baby. So avoiding or limiting the consumption of sharks, swordfish, king mackerel, tilefish, marlin, and big eye tuna, etc. should be done. And one needs to choose fish with low mercury levels like salmon, trout, catfish, or shrimp. Now comes to deli meats and processed meats. So deli meats and processed meats like hot dogs, sausages, and cold cut meats should be consumed with caution. And these products can be contaminated with listeria and should be either heated until steaming hot before consumption, or to eliminate any kind of potential bacteria. Or if you want, you can completely avoid them from your diet. Now next is soft cheeses. So soft cheeses made from unpasteurized milk such as feta, brie, camembert, blue cheese, and quazzobalco all may contain listeria. So one needs to opt for cheeses that are made from pasteurized milk to reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses. So really, being mindful of the foods to limit or avoid during pregnancy is super crucial for the health and safety of both the mom and the baby. And by avoiding raw or uncooked meats, unpasteurized dairy products, raw eggs, certain types of seafood or high mercury fishes, dairy meats, soft cheeses, and excessive caffeine and alcohol, all of this, if you're willing to avoid, then pregnant women can really minimize the risk of foodborne illnesses, infections, and avoid any harm to the developing baby. So it's really always advisable to consult with a healthcare professional or a registered dietitian for personalized guidance. Now, let's look into managing the food cravings. So, food cravings are really common during pregnancy and can sometimes be very intense and specific. And while it's really normal to experience craving during pregnancy, yet managing them in a healthy way is super important to ensure a balanced diet and overall well-being. So managing food cravings during pregnancy to support a healthy and satisfied diet requires certain steps. So first would be understand the cravings. So recognize that cravings are a normal part of pregnancy and often result from hormonal changes and nutritional needs. So understanding the underlying reason behind the cravings can really help one manage and make healthier choices. So, for example, craving a chocolate may indicate that one needs more magnesium, which can be fulfilled by consuming dark chocolate or magnesium-rich foods like nuts and seeds. Next is maintaining a balanced diet. So, if we prioritize a well-balanced diet that includes variety of nutrient-dense foods, that will help us make sure that we are not craving too much, because lack of nutrition leads to more craving. So we need to make sure that there is one is really consuming enough fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats in our diet. So whenever someone has a craving, then they can really try to satisfy it within the framework of a healthy meal or a snack. For instance, if someone is craving for some sweet, then we can opt for a piece of fruit or yogurt and with added berries. Now, next is mindful eating. So practicing mindful eating also becomes to become more aware of one's body's hunger and fullness cues is the key here. So one needs to slow down and savor each bite, paying attention to the taste, texture, and satisfaction that the food is providing is mindful eating. And this can help better regulate portion sizes and avoid overindulging in unhealthy craving. So engaging all our senses while eating to enhance the overall while eating to enhance the overall enjoyment of our meals can really help in managing the craving. So let's look into next few more steps. So first would be healthy substitutions. So when a craving strikes, we can consider healthy alternatives to satisfy it. For example, if you're craving salty snack, opt for air-popped popcorn or roasted chickpeas instead of potato chips. So if you're craving ice cream, try frozen banana blended into creamy texture or opt for a small serving of low-fat frozen yogurt. And to seek creative substitutes that can provide similar flavors or texture while offering better nutritional value and always stay hydrated is a great idea to avoid cravings or manage through substitution. Now, next is planning and preparing. So having a well-stocked kitchen with nutritional options can really help manage craving. And planning our meals and snacks in advance and incorporating a variety of wholesome foods can also really help. So one can have healthy snacks readily available like cut up fruits, vegetable sticks with hummus or Greek yogurt, etc. And by having nutritional options at hand, we can really make better choices when the craving arises. The next is seeking support. One can really talk to their healthcare providers about the craving and concern, and they can provide guidance and support, ensuring that their nutritional needs are met during pregnancy. And also connecting to other pregnant women or joining support groups can also provide a sense of understanding and help the mother navigate the challenges of food craving at this point in time. One is practicing self-care. So addressing emotional needs and practicing self-care can really help reduce the intensity of cravings. So engaging in activities that will bring joy, so activities like exercising, meditating, and other hobbies like whatever they like that can be done during pregnancy, or spending time with loved ones, etc., can really help in managing stress, and so that will further lead to decrease of cravings. So managing stress and emotional well-being can really contribute to better overall eating habits as well. Next is hydration and balanced meals. So sometimes thirst can be mistaken for hunger or cravings. So drinking a glass of water whenever one experiences cravings can really ensure that you're adequately hydrated. And opting for balanced meals, combining protein, healthy fats, and fiber-rich carbs promote prolonged satisfaction and reduce the likelihood of cravings. Now, practicing mindful eating and nutritious snacking. So practicing mindful eating by paying attention to our food, savoring each bite, eating slowly. This will allow one to really better recognize their body's cues of satiety and can prevent any overeating and cravings. And keeping nutritious snacks like fresh fruits, vegetables handy will really satisfy their cravings while delivering essential nutrients. So then is alternative coping mechanisms and adequate sleep. So finding an alternative ways to cope with emotions or stress during pregnancy instead of turning to the food can be a really great idea. So one can really engage themselves in enjoying activities like reading and relaxation techniques, etc. And then they can aim for adequate sleep, as lack of sleep can also affect hunger hormones and increase the craving. So one should really strive for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep at each night. Then is environment management. So avoiding food that constantly triggers cravings, and by keeping them out of immediate reach can be a great idea. So there is a saying, out of sight, out of mind. So once we understand this, then it can be really beneficial in managing food-related temptations during pregnancy. So in nutshell, managing food cravings during pregnancy is really essential for maintaining a healthy, balanced diet. And by understanding the cravings and prioritizing a well-rounded diet and practicing mindful eating, making healthy substitutions, staying hydrated, pre-planning and preparing in advance, and seeking support whenever needed, and practicing self-care. All of this put in place together can help us really navigate and manage cravings while ensuring the optimal nutrition for both the mother and the baby, and allowing ourselves occasional indulgences in moderation is super okay, because completely depriving ourselves of our favorite foods can lead to stronger craving and into an eventual binging also. So mothers really need to understand that it's okay, that sometimes they can indulge into certain pleasure foods in moderation, and not deprive them completely such that it becomes binging. And then they can always reach out to their friends, family, or support groups to share the challenges and get encouragement. And having support system can really make it easier to manage cravings. And one really needs to remember moderation and balance are key to have a healthy eating habits and maintain a healthy environment in their house and in their family. And then they can always consult their healthcare provider for personalized guidance on nutrition during pregnancy whenever required. Now let's look into food safety practices during pregnancy. So first is, during pregnancy, maintaining a proper food safety practices really becomes even more crucial to safeguard the health of both mom and the baby. And certain foodborne illnesses can pose risk to pregnancy and leading to complications and potential harm to the baby. So practicing food safety during pregnancy can minimize the risk of foodborne illnesses and promote a very healthy journey. So first and foremost is cleanliness. So maintaining a clean kitchen environment is the first line of defense against foodborne pathogen. So we need to wash our hands thoroughly with soap and warm water before handling food, especially after using bathroom or handling raw meat or touching surfaces that harbor bacteria. So clean and sanitize kitchen surfaces, cutting boards, utensils, and dishes regularly to prevent cross-contamination. Now, next is proper food storage. So proper food storage is super essential to prevent the growth of harmful bacteria, and refrigerating perishable foods promptly will ensure, and also ensuring the refrigerator temperature is set at or below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 Celsius, and then keeping raw meats, poultry, and seafood securely wrapped or sealed in containers to avoid cross-contamination with other food. So also we need to look at that we are freezing our refrigerated leftovers within a few days and labeling them with the date to ensure the freshness and the safety. Next is handling. So safe food handling is the key. So handling food with care to prevent the spread of bacteria. So thaw frozen foods safely in the refrigerator or microwave or run under cold water, and avoid leaving them at room temperature. And we need to marinate foods in the refrigerator, not on the countertop. So when cooking, one needs to use a food thermometer to ensure proper internal temperature are reached, especially for meat, poultry, seafood, and eggs. Then choosing safe foods. So be cautious when selecting certain foods to reduce the risk of foodborne illnesses. So we need to avoid consuming raw, uncooked meat, poultry, seafoods, and eggs, as they may contain bacteria such as Salmonella and Listeria or E. coli. And choosing pasteurized dairy products and juices also eliminates the risk of consuming unpasteurized versions, which may harbor harmful pathogens. So in a nutshell, practicing food safety during pregnancy is also vital to protect both mom and the baby from developing foodborne illnesses, and by following proper cleanliness, practicing safe food handling and storage, making informed choices about food is really helpful in this area. Now let's look into mind-body connection with food during pregnancy. So the mind-body connection plays a significant role in overall health and well-being, and this connection becomes particularly important during pregnancy. So the food we consume not only provides nourishment for the body, but also has a profound impact on our mental and emotional state. So the mind-body connection and with food during pregnancy and how dietary choices can support both physical and mental health during this transformative period can be portrayed in a certain way. So one is mood and emotional stability. So the hormonal changes during pregnancy can affect mood and emotional well-being. So proper nutrition really plays a crucial role in supporting hormonal balance and emotional stability. So foods that are rich in omega-3 acids like fish, walnuts, flaxseed does help regulate the mood and reduce the risk of pregnancy-related mood disorder. And additionally, consuming complex carbohydrates found in whole grains, legumes can support serotonin production, and which will promote the sense of calmness and well-being in the mother. Then is cognitive function and brain development. So the nutrients obtained from healthy diet are essential for the optimal development of the baby's brain. So adequate intake of nutrients like folate, choline, iron, iodine supports the cognitive function and brain development of the baby. And foods like leafy greens, legumes, egg, lean meats, and fortified grains are rich sources of these vital nutrients. So including them in the diet can enhance brain health for both mother and the baby. Next is energy and vitality. So pregnancy really places increased demand on the bodies of the mother, and it requires higher energy levels for physical and mental well-being. And consuming a balanced diet that includes complex carbs, lean proteins, healthy fats, and variety of fruits and vegetables will provide necessary fuels for sustained energy throughout the day. And maintaining stable blood sugar levels by choosing whole unprocessed foods also help prevent energy crashes and promoting vitality. Now next is gut-brain axis. So the gut-brain axis has the integrate communication between the gut and the brain and plays a significant role in mental health and overall well-being. So during pregnancy, nurturing a gut microbiome, healthy gut microbiome is super essential for both mom and the baby. And consuming probiotic drinks like yogurt and sauerkraut and kefir, as well as prebiotic fibers from fruits and veggies and whole grains also promotes balanced gut microbiome. So this can positively impact the mood and reduce the risk of pregnancy-related anxiety and depression, and also supports overall mental well-being. I have read a scientist study on the gut microbiome, and he suggests that consuming 35 variety of fruits and vegetables each week contributes to the maximum production of the healthy gut microbiome. So now coming on to mindful eating and connection. Practicing mindful eating during pregnancy fosters a deeper connection with food and the body. And it involves being fully present during meals, paying attention to the hunger and fullness cues, and savoring the flavors and textures of the food. And mindful eating really encourages a non-judgmental approach to food choices and promotes a positive relationship with eating. And by embracing mindful eating practices, pregnant women can enhance their connection to the nourishing qualities of the food, and that will lead to greater sense of well-being. Then is emotional nourishment and self-care. So food has potential to provide emotional nourishment and serve as form of self-care, providing self-care during pregnancy. And preparing and consuming meals mindfully can be a pleasurable and nurturing experience. So incorporating a variety of colors, textures, and flavors in meal can contribute to more enjoyable and satisfying eating experience. So engaging in self-care practices beyond food, such as gentle exercise, relaxation techniques, and connecting with supportive loved ones further supports emotional well-being during this transformative period. And the mind-body connection with food during pregnancy highlights a profound impact of dietary choices, both on physical and as well as mental well-being. And by nourishing the body with nutrient-dense foods and supporting a healthy gut-brain axis, practicing mindful eating and embracing emotional nourishment and self-care practices, by all of this together, pregnant mothers can optimize their overall health and wellness. And now let's look at the role of spices and seasonings during pregnancy. So enhancing flavor and nutrition during pregnancy safely. Let's look at that. So spices and seasonings are a wonderful way to add variety, flavor, and nutritional benefits to our meals. And during pregnancy, it's really important to pay attention to the safety and potential effect of the spices and seasoning both on mother and the baby. So the role of spices and seasoning during pregnancy and highlighting the safe and beneficial choices can enhance meals while maintaining optimal health, and they are as follows. So first is safe spices and seasoning. So many spices and seasoning are safe to consume during pregnancy and can lead to can add like kind of delicious flavors to the meals. So commonly used spices like cinnamon, ginger, turmeric, garlic, cumin, and paprika are generally considered safe when used in moderation and as part of the balanced diet. However, it's super essential to ensure that spices are obtained from reputable sources and are stored properly to maintain their freshness and quality. So first and foremost is next is like nutritional benefits of the spices. So spices and seasonings are not only enhances the taste of the dishes, but also provides additional nutritional benefit. For example, ginger, known for its soothing properties, but ginger has the power to elevate any kind of nausea or aid in digestion for the mother. And turmeric is a vibrant spice that contains curcumin, and it's really a potent anti-inflammatory compound that may be beneficial, can have quite a beneficial effects on immune function and overall health. Cinnamon, besides adding warmth and sweetness to the foods, cinnamon may help regulate blood sugar levels and provide antioxidant benefits. Garlic, known for its distinctive flavor, garlic contains compounds that may support immune function and cardiovascular health. Next is seasoning tips with moderation. So while spices and seasonings can enhance meals, it's important to use them in moderation and pay attention to individual tolerances and preferences. Some pregnant individuals may experience increased sensitivity to certain flavors or spices, so it's just best to listen to your body and adjust seasoning levels accordingly. And experimenting with small amounts of spices and seasoning is recommended to gauge into personal preferences and ensure they are well tolerated. Now, next is allergies and sensitivities. So pregnancy can sometimes alter person's immune system and increase risk of developing allergies and sensitivities. So it's really essential to be mindful of any known allergies or sensitivity to specific spices or seasonings and avoid them accordingly. And if there are concerns about potential reaction, then one needs to consult the healthcare provider or allergist that can provide personalized guidance. Then we need to avoid excessive sodium. So while herbs and spices are generally safe in pregnancy, yet it's really important to be mindful of excessive sodium intake. Some commercially prepared spice blends and seasoning mixes may contain high amount of sodium. So to reduce the sodium consumption, one can opt for homemade spice mixes or look for low sodium alternatives. And experimenting with variety of herbs and spices will really help reduce the need for excessive salt. Then next is food safety considerations. So during pregnancy, it's super crucial to ensure that spices and seasoning are stored properly to maintain freshness and prevent any contamination. So we need to store spices in airtight containers in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight, and avoid using any spices past their expiration date or if they appear discolored or have rancid smell. So spices and seasoning can add flavor and variety and nutritional benefits to meals during pregnancy, and by choosing safe and beneficial options, pregnant women can really enjoy and the taste and health benefits while maintaining the optimal well-being also. So one needs to remember to use spices and seasoning in moderation and be mindful of personal sensitivities and allergies to maintain proper food safety and to enhance the meal safety and deliciously enjoy these delicious meals during special journey of pregnancy. Now, then is individualized dietary recommendation during pregnancy. So nurturing optimal health for the baby and the mother. So pregnancy is really a unique journey, and individualized dietary recommendations really plays a crucial role in ensuring the optimal health for both mother and baby. And every pregnancy is different, and their nutritional needs also varies based on the factors like pre-existing health condition, weight status, age, and lifestyle. So individualized dietary recommendation during pregnancy emphasizes on importance of personal care and consulting with healthcare professionals for specific guidance. So the number one thing one can do as an action step is preconception and prenatal care. So before conception, it's really essential to focus on preconception care and nutrition and maintaining a well-balanced diet that includes variety of foods and incorporating prenatal vitamins like folic acid and addressing any specific nutritional deficiencies or medical conditions can really help optimize the health of both mother and baby in advance. Then one needs to focus on the caloric needs. Caloric needs during pregnancy may vary depending on many individual factors like pre-pregnancy weight, activity levels, and overall health. So it's really important to consult with the healthcare provider or registered dietitian to determine the appropriate caloric level. And in general, pregnant individuals typically require additional calories during the second and third trimester, and which usually range from 300 to 500 extra calories per day. Then we need to look at the macronutrients. So balancing macronutrients like carbs, protein, and fats is super crucial during pregnancy. So carb provides energy, while protein is essential for the growth and development of the baby, and incorporating lean sources of protein like fish, legumes, dairy products, and poultry can help meet the increased protein needs. And healthy fat sources like avocados, nuts, and seeds, olive oil are important for fetal brain development and overall health. Then is micronutrients. So meeting the increased demand for essential micronutrients is also very vital during pregnancy. So folate, iron, calcium, iodine, and omega-3 acids are particularly important, and prenatal supplements are commonly recommended to ensure adequate nutrient intake. However, individualized dietary recommendation should focus on including food sources that are rich in these nutrients, and leafy greens, citrus fruits, lean meats, fortified cereals, dairy products, seafoods, and food are examples of nutrient-dense foods that can contribute to meeting these requirements along with staying well hydrated. Now, next is managing discomfort and special consideration. So pregnancy can come with various discomforts like nausea, heartburn, food aversions. So individualized dietary recommendations should take these factors in account. And for example, if someone is experiencing morning sickness or then small and frequent meals and choosing easily digestible food can be beneficial in this kind of a situation. And if there are a lot of food aversions, then exploring alternative nutrient-rich options and also consulting the doctor for individualized guidance in this case scenario can also be a great idea. Then personalized counseling and guidance. So individualized dietary recommendation during pregnancy can greatly benefit from a personalized, mothers can really greatly benefit from personalized counseling and guidance, and consulting with a registered dietitian or a healthcare provider who specializes in prenatal nutrition can really help assess the individual needs and assess any concerns and develop a tailor-made dietary plan. And these professionals can provide support and answer any questions and ensure that both the mother and the baby are receiving optimal nutrition throughout the pregnancy journey. And individualized dietary recommendations during pregnancy are also crucial for nurturing the optimal health of both mother and the baby. So, in a nutshell, understanding the importance of personalized care, consulting with healthcare professionals, and addressing specific nutritional needs and concerns will really help ensure that mother and baby are well taken care, their nutritional needs are well taken care. And I really hope this contributed to your understanding on many different aspects, what to avoid and what to choose, what to opt for, and other considerations also. And this will really help you understand a mother's journey a bit more and contribute to them in various levels. With that, thank you.